Hey guys, welcome back. This is Extreme Dummy once again, and today I'm gonna be showcasing the Back for a Future texture pack made by me. If you thought this actually was an April Fool's joke, well, no, it wasn't. However, I've been talking to Mr. Creeper. He really didn't like his settle all too much, so yeah, I just returned him to his original position. Apart from that, though, not a whole lot has changed since April Fool's, but I have done something to the glass texture, so this was one of the main reasons why I wanted to start the pack. It comes with these glass textures that I think look better, but I'm not the one to judge. You're the one that has to judge that. The vanilla glass texture, due to some limitations, I can't do much more than this, so I wish I could do something else, but I can't. Anyway, so yeah, this is what the texture pack is going to look like. There are some small tweaks since the last update. For example, the water is a little bit lighter. I will show you some examples later. The download of this mod pack is available on the CurseForge site, and I will link that into this video description, as well as trying to keep it up to date with the videos that I'm going through. I want to include my viewers into the decisions that I make, so I don't make stupid decisions. Because, I'm still a dummy, I do that kind of stuff. Anyway, so there are some things still planned. If you watch the April Fool's video, you know that I have plans for changing the block models of doors to make their windows actually 3D, like pretty much every other texture has. I am planning something with a little insert, a little opening on the jukebox, so it is slightly inset. I might actually do something to droppers and hoppers, but I'm not sure, because if you use these things, you use them in huge quantities, and I don't really want to have the mod pack lag out too much, or mod pack, the texture pack. I still don't know the difference. So the textures, I'm probably going to do something with animations for the diamond, emerald, the green stuff ore, and the gold ore. Yeah, I mean, let me know what you think of the idea of having a slight shimmer on the diamond, the emerald, and the gold ores. I might actually make the glowstone a little bit animated. I'm not sure about that. I want your feedback on that. Since the last time, though, I have changed the oxide easy, and it's a lot less blue now. I've been combining some textures and did something myself, as well as I made my own mushroom. As you can see, this is the version 1 mushroom and version 2 mushroom combined slightly. So it kind of still has that dome, and it has a little bit more of the stem. It doesn't look as weird as it did before. I think it looks really good. The oak sapling, I'm not completely sure if I should revert that to the old texture, because I haven't done anything to that yet. So yeah, I think it's really starting to come together, and let me show you some practical examples, some buildings on the vintage craft server, if I can speak, vintage craft server, as well as some of the biomes. So this is what some of the biomes look like. This is a oak and spruce biome. I'll go to a birch forest in just a little bit, and I think you'll really like it. So I added some shadings to the logs, as you probably already see. I think these mushrooms look really good the way they are now. The water, I really like the water as it is. Maybe it's a little too light. If you think that is the case, then please let me know and I will revert it or I will make it a little less light. Um, I love the big trees in this biome. This is a very good biome, by the way, to showcase, as well as this birch forest over here. I think you guys will really love the birch as it is now because I really like the leaf texture of the version 2 Bajapa, as well as slightly the shading on the wood logs and the bark blocks. I think it's going to look pretty cool. But you know, who am I to judge? You're here to watch this video and judge this video heavily. So you know, that's your task. Let me head over to some stone textures right behind here and show you what that will look like. Alright, so you can see this this texture in the pictures as well over at the CurseForge page. This is kind of what the textures look like. They blend together a lot more. I think it looks good. Let me know what you think. I've been changing some things around to the clay block. I'm not sure if we have some clay in this vicinity. I think we did one time, but let me just add some clay to it. Let me go to game mode 1 and actually get some clay. I still have to fix the clay up a little bit, but as you can see, it's not as streaky as the new textures are. I think it is okay. It has a little bit of a repetition to it because of that little squiggly line that goes halfway through, so I still have to fix that. If you like the way it looks now, then I'm very happy. It's, you know, it works with your current builds again, so it doesn't look all streaky. It looks a little bit like concrete, like a concrete pathway, for example. Let's see. If we head into the nether, you can see the nether portal. Oh, let me just showcase the weather. As you can see, when it, you know, when it gets dark, the water looks kind of like what it did before. Ooh, hello. Thunderstorms. Anyway. I didn't do much to the weather. I didn't do anything of the shading there. I think I'm not going to do any of the shading in terms of the weather. I like it as it is, and I want to keep it as it is. There is a whole heap of mushrooms in this vicinity, by the way. I didn't place these there. As you can see, or probably can't see, I'll just go to a place where I know it's a little lighter. Let's see, let's just, you know, go into game mode 3 so I can kind of cue in some different shots. Woo! Okay, so as you can see, the netherrack texture, I haven't done anything to that. I have, or at least since the April Fools, that is, but it's a little rougher than the new texture, so it doesn't look that flashy as it did before. I think it works really well with the soul sand, and it works really well with the magma blocks as well as the quartz blocks. And then the mushrooms. I think these mushrooms look amazing. It's again, it's a mock-up between the old textures and the new textures. Version 1, version 2, and version the vanilla one. So I think it's like 3 through each other, and then some of my own stuff as well. You know, I did just a little bit of modeling to, you know, make it look a little bit better. I love the glowstone as it is now. Please let me know what you think, because, you know, my judgment is only part of the judgment. I think you guys should make most of the quote-unquote executive decisions. I didn't do anything to the particles. I don't think I will do anything to the particles. I don't need to do that. I think I really like the obsidian. Oh, and since the last time, I have also been working on the enchantment table, so I think you're really gonna like that. Let me just... weather! Clear, shut up. I used that stupid command once and it keeps raining. I don't know what that is, but I think that is a buggy thing. Let me let me get an end crystal, let me get some obsidian, and let me get an enchantment table. So I've reverted the old textures of the enchantment table. Let's see. And I use the bottom texture of this. So I've been remodeling this a little bit, so it just works now. It works with your current builds, works with your old builds. I've also been working on bedrock, so the bedrock looks a little bit less like the alpha textures do, which I really do think the bedrock has not changed since alpha 1 point something or 1.0, whatever the hell it might be. Let me see if this doesn't really look like much, does it? I don't know how that was done with the... It has a ring around it, but, you know, I think that's just the natural spawn. So, I should actually check the end with you guys, because I have yet to show pictures of what the end looks like, because it has some of the new textures, as well as some of the old textures. Oh, and squid? For some reason in the new textures they are very plain, so I just reverted their old looks, and so they just look like their old smudgy selves with their googly eyes and their funkiness. So that's just the way it is. I'm just gonna kill you with your own kind. See, that's how we do things here. Anyway, let me head over to the end and show you some of that. Ooh, hello. Forest is burning down. Okay, anyway, let me head over to the end and after that show you a little bit of practical building locations, or builds, I should say. Alright, so this is what the end looks like with the new textures. The dragon just flies straight into my face. I think it looks really good with the version 1 obsidian and some of the other things. Let me just show you one of these end crystals. Yeah, I think it looks really good. Really good, really good. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure about the new end stone, I think this is. I'm not sure what the name of this crap is. I don't know. Endstone, yes. I'm not sure if this is in any way useful in builds, so I might actually change it around a little bit so it becomes more useful in builds, but I don't really want to derive off too much from the vanilla textures, because the issue with texture packs, in my eyes, is that when you build in a texture pack, it looks good in that texture pack, but if someone doesn't have that texture pack, it just doesn't look that good. And so I think it's important to make sure that you don't change too much. I just want to improve the vanilla textures and don't want to make it too bad. Anyway, let me head over to some other builds and show you that as well. And as the sun is coming up, you will be able to see some of the builds here. As you can see, the shadings, I didn't change much since the last version. I have, however, done something to the glass, as you can see, which I think it looks really good now. It's a little easier to go look through the glass. Apologies for some of the lag, because, you know, spawn is still very laggy. Let me just go into this new tree stump, the new and improved tree stump by Fnashau. And I think this looks pretty good. But yeah, you know, who am I? Who am I to make the judgment? You are the one that has to make the judgment. Let me close this door and let me run over to this side, because this has some other really good textures, I think. This is the community house. I think it looks really good with this new glass. It has a little bit of a streak to it when you look from the top, but I can remove that if that is a problem. It's just to make it visible from the top side if you only have one pane of glass. Let me just get out of cinematic because, you know, it's not really that great, is it? So, yeah, I mean, what do you think of it? I think it looks really good like this. Yeah, probably there's going to be some modeling textures for this one, because, you know, it's only the chest that has a proper model in this game. Trapdoors are going to be changed. I'm going to do a little bit of a 3D textures thingamajobble to um, doors. Hello, doors? Are there any vanilla doors? No? Okay, there are no vanilla doors available. Everybody uses the spruce doors, apparently. Yeah, like everybody uses spruce doors. Here's a vanilla door. No, not even this one is a vanilla door. There are no vanilla doors, so that's a bummer. Anyway, so I'll be working on some of those block models in the future. That's gonna take a little bit because I have absolutely no experience with block models, and it might actually break some stuff. So, also, what I figured out is that the obsidian and coal really looks pretty well together. So maybe for some building ideas, I think it looks really good. I love the foliages in the new vanilla textures, so I'm just gonna keep that forever. The grass, I might animate it at some point, but not now. That might change in the near future, but yeah, we will see. There's more than enough time to change stuff. I'm probably also going to be doing a UHC version, so you don't have all these crazy animated textures and 3D block models, but just as it is now. And so, if you don't want any of the other crap, just download the UHC version and it will look exactly like this with probably just a few changes. I think the water looks good. Tell me what you think. I get really used to it very quickly, so I'm not a good judger on that. I think it just really looks very well with the ice in comparison. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. Download for this texture pack will be available in the description down this video. When the UHC version comes out, I will let you know with an update video. But apart from that, really, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Please, please, please help me make this project happen by, giving me suggestions. I'm sometimes a little uncertain about certain things, so, let me know what you think. I think it looks good, and I hope that you think that as well. See you guys next time. Goodbye.